One lady said, and the most annoying part of it, Baba went to cast, went to go and do interview. He sat on that office chair. He was rolling it up and down. Where a person that needs justice will he sit in the chair and be rolling it up and down. Some say he wear new clothes. Some say he sing. Some say is dating women. Some say is eating. Some how do you want somebody to mourn? Somebody sitting in an office chair rolling it is a crime to justice for Mohbad. Abeg, una emotion too much. Muna shift small. He's wearing clothes. You should not wear clothes again. Okay, you should wear sack clothes. Mohbad will not come back. Mohbad will not get justice through that one. Abeg, me leave una, muna dey wash am. Go do something. Good morning, everybody.
Which is widow victimization. That she's a widow, the victimization of a widow, and then they bring this sentiment. It is, as a black man, it begins to hurt deeply when you think that no, these people are wrong. There are all other informations in the public space to suggest that something else happened to this boy, apart from the presence of the nurse. And where are so much contradictions? And then where is their conscience? Where is their conscience? In spite of their enlightenment, in spite of them being in a just society, where they expect 1 + 1 to be 2, where is their conscience? These things, sometimes I think about it deeply. I sometimes don't even bother about what has happened to Mohbad. I bothered about the role these people who should know, because of the society that they live in, who should know that there is something wrong that ought to be corrected in situations like this. And you begin to wonder, and every night, every day, they continue pursuing this agenda of incorrectness. It is insane. It is really hard to think that from this same society that these people are living in, they can still foster falsehood as the truth, and they can stand on falsehood and promote it, and also have sleepless nights promoting falsehood. It begins to trouble a lot. Sometimes I begin to examine even myself as why am I thinking in this manner? Am I still on the wrong side or on the right side? You begin to examine your own thoughts carefully to be sure that, okay, are these people saying something differently that we are not saying, that the whole public or everybody is not saying, that makes them begin to support falsehood? But you see the bias, and you see the nonchalant attitude, and you see the deep-rooted wickedness in human, exhibited in public spaces without care. This is troubling. Not even that the police have not worked well, but the role the public has played in suppressing truth, the role these people have consistently coming out every now and then, telling themselves consistent lies, hoping that everybody will believe this lie as the truth. Is maddening, and it is baffling that we live in a society like this as a black man, and then we cannot see this correctness. We cannot see the correctness in our hearts and in the way we behave. And then we begin to have sleepless nights, promoting falsehood as the truth, and then using biases like someone is a widow, someone Baba is he's the only one standing for truth, and you cannot see the wrong he is doing, and he's persistent with it, and he's not even hiding it. Mohbad is not hiding the fact that he doesn't want to pursue justice. He's not hiding it. He's the only man that I've seen that had a son with him. And the only thing, the job the son does is to go to coroner inquest. In fact, Sanshitu should be ashamed of himself as a son attending Corona inquest. That was the only job Sanshitu appears to have done in this case. Apart from going on a legal voyage, what I call legal voyage, taking them on a legal ride to sue the DPP, and then telling Baba Mohbad that, oh, and their group, and those groups, you have people like Ishak, who you should know. You have virgins, you have people, at least these people, they have this level of education beyond the type of Konfi and even Bukky Jesse. If Bukky Jesse can come out for the first time in the public to tell us that he just got an information from someone that Mohbad may not get justice because Baba Mohbad sued the DPP and all the rest, that he just got to know. You know, they weren't aware. No sense of awareness in whatever they do, even when they were wrong. No sense of awareness in them. No sense of awareness to get justice. No sense of awareness. You can see it. It is clear. All those seeking justice the right way, you will see the awareness in whatever they do. You can feel it, you can read it. But these people do not have this awareness. And then they go all over the place, damaging the justice system as much as they can, polluting people's mind, taking away their sleep because of their falsehood, bringing tears to people's eyes. People even pay money and they suffer for paying money to get justice. People donated money and they cry despite donating money and not getting the purpose for which their money was donated for. And this same man will walk and tell everybody he doesn't have money to go to Abuja to pursue justice for his son. Who should be taking night bus to Abuja? Who should be taking night bus to Abuja if not Baba Mohbad? He wants everything on comfort. He wants a flight ticket and he wants the public to donate the flight ticket for him. You could hear Bukky Jesse saying that even Baba Mohbad's lawyer told Baba Mohbad that he should go to the public whenever they don't have money to do anything. He should go to the public and get money off them, that the public loves him. They obviously knew what they were doing. And it's so sad. It is so sad. This son is nobody else's son but Baba Mohbad's son. Is Mohbad so wicked to the father that he doesn't deserve any form of honor to get justice for him from the father? Is he so bad that after his demise, the father and all the family that should have helped him, none of them is looking back to help him? Why are these people so terrible in this act of wickedness? And then they rub it in our face. They rub it in our face. This is the most annoying aspect of it. We could all see the game Baba Mohbad was playing. He had some money left with the critical dummies, and he wanted that money because of the quarrels that they had. And so he wanted to use the other side of the public to get back at them. And then he did that. And you could see the game. Games. Baba Mohbad playing games. He's releasing a DNA court order that he needs to do this DNA abroad. Baba Mohbad still wanted to travel abroad. You can just imagine. Still wanted to take people on a jamboree or abroad.
To take money from people. That's why he posted that fake stuff.
Yes, to take money from people. He knew people will want to donate. And oh, Baba Mohbad, we are going abroad. We needed money. We needed all these things. And this was the same journey Shodomite and all the rest are pursuing underneath. They are silent about it. That is why she's out. Trying to propagate, okay, what is the way forward? What is the way forward? Baba Mohbad, they've asked him to do DNA, he doesn't have money. And even in Baba Mohbad's comment, you will see that DNA was paramount in his comment. that we all should pay attention that this is the last lap of it. We should pay attention to the DNA. When in the same breath, we've been told that they've done the DNA, Yabo joined their WhatsApp group, they've done the DNA, they know the result, they know everything. Baba Mohbad also know the result. Iya Mohbad also know the result. And now they went on a court jamboree. Why didn't Baba Mohbad go to court and force women to present the result that they've done in that WhatsApp group? Tell her to present that result. At least they did that in an hospital. And Iya Mohbad confessed that they've done the result. They've done the DNA. Why is it not bringing these people back so they can present the result in their own hand first, and then if there's any discrepancies, then he cannot do his own? All these things they know. The lawyer knows. No legal. It was too obvious for even the feeble mind to know that there was no strategy, no legal strategy to get justice for Mohbad. The all strategy that they have was to take money from the public. That was why they sued the DPP, and then them each talk and the rest quickly raised 5 million naira to give to Sanshitu to appeal the judgment of the court. And the result of this to this is nobody can tell you what they are doing about it. And they just collected 5 million on that on a go at a go. And he wants the public to still foot the bill of his ineptitude. Foot the bill of the DNA that they wants to do, that even the result will be shocking when it comes out. The result will be shocking to all the people that donated money. The funniest thing is that the public, some of them still have this sympathy for this man. After all this rendezvous that he has done, taking everybody on a jolly ride of free fall. Jolly ride of free fall, of injustice. He never signed any single way forward for justice for Mohbad. He never did for once. Baba Mohbad never did for once. Sue anybody, even people who sued and presented documents to him, Baba Mohbad will always find a way around it not to sign those documents. Odumosu, when Odumosu said Baba Mohbad was presented with documents for them to pursue the form forensic, and Baba Mohbad avoided that, refused to sign, that day I knew Baba Mohbad was even worse than Wumi. That day Odumosu came out in public space. In public space. Baba Mohbad refused to sign documents to get Mohbad's phone forensic that could help with his case. He failed woefully. The same problem he was in right now is also his failure to sign documents to sue people in the house. Baba Mohbad is closely connected with what happened to Mohbad, or after the things happened to him. Baba Mohbad played a very key role that if anything or any investigation or proper investigation is done, it will be revealed as even the worst culprit. In the first place, Mohbad demise was never reported by the family to the police. Never officially. There was a report to the police that Mohbad had passed on and all that, and there was a crime in the house. He never did. He never did. Baba Mohbad never did. And he went ahead to bury Mohbad, which is a major exhibit. Mohbad's body is a major exhibit in this homicide case. He had buried him before the police now was invited, maybe 5 or 9 days after. Before the police now came in. First, the thing the police will have done is to arrest Baba Mohbad, because a crime was suspected to have been committed, and you had buried the evidence that could have helped with the unveiling the crime. Baba Mohbad failed woefully. He should have been arrested. That was the first thing the police should have done. Arrest Baba Mohbad. And then they start their investigation. Why did they fail to report that Mohbad passed on at home? Untimely, and a suspected crime must have been committed. And for any suspected crime, you must make a report. But any effort by any individuals to bury that person committed a crime. Obstruction of justice.
And don't forget that he saw blood also. You say he saw blood.
He saw blood, and Papa Mohbad never told anybody. In his first interview, the first interview Baba Mohbad did, Baba Mohbad was asked, "What did you observe any foul play?" He said no. He said, "What can a nurse come for any injection? The nurse was invited, he was given injection, and then the injection took a turn for the worst on him, and his health deteriorated. They asked, did they suspected any foul play? Papa Mohbad said no, he didn't suspected any foul play. That was his first interview. That first interview begins to ring bell every now and then in my head. And then Paparino did make mention of something that is key in Baba Mohbad citing blood. Does it look like it was an afterthought? Maybe someone informed them that Mohbad bled profusely. So Baba Mohbad wanted to play himself into it. Possibly maybe Mama Mohbad's sister Folashade's account was what made, because it was thereafter. Baba Mohbad initially never told anybody Mohbad bled. He saw Mohbad's blood. He never told anybody. He was the only one who said he was comfortable with what happened to Mohbad. That he didn't suspected anybody except for the nurse that they said he gave him injection, and that was his story. And then he begins to change his story. Many of us will say, Baba Mohbad's story has been consistent. It has not been consistent. There have been changes over and over, modifications and modifications. Baba Mohbad modified the story that the blood, he later saw blood. He modified the story.
It was even a scripted story that was fixated on one direction. It was a scripted story that never said, "Oh, I forgot to add this. Oh, when I was going, my daughter called me. Oh, Prime Boy also called me." Have you heard Baba Mohbad made mention of Prime Boy calls? In all the storyline. But Prime Boy, who was tagged as a suspect in this case, called you Baba, but you can never remember that in your memory. Prime Boy has stated this twice or once. I've heard you on the VDM that I called the father 2 times and he picked. And you're giving us a scripted story, you omitted that one. The same person that later. The same person that was later alleged to find your son or has on in his death, you never made mention of this anywhere. That truly Prime Boy called me when I was there. All the storyline was not just considered, it was the scripted story that he has been reading out from every time he goes out there, he will read the other.
He kept modifying the stories.
Why won't he thereafter, after it was done that the daughter called insider, that this man could not fix that into his storyline today?
Do you know the story? I get you. Do you know the story that... Wait. Do you know the story that Blessing called him? This story was told by his own brother. Baba Mohbad never told anybody. It was his own brother that was called, and then I could remember that I think Andy or some other people were interviewing him. I even had the video.
Insider, let me respond to Stardust. I don't know who you are, but get your fish brain working now. Let me open your fish brain so that I can put human brain inside your fish brain. Okay? Listen to what I want to tell you now. Maybe you are abroad or you are in Nigeria. If you are abroad, I'm disappointed in you. If you are in Nigeria, no problem. Maybe you were somewhere in one remote area. You don't know what life is all about. We are Yoruba people. We are intelligent. But just even leave Yoruba out of it. Let's sit down for someone who was narrating us a story and omitted the part of his own daughter. First daughter of that matter called him on his way to Mo's house. And he forgot that part in the entire story of his scripted narration. How could you, the first thing you will say when somebody dies, how you hear the information, you can never forget how you get that information, which is to say, yes, the mother called you. But the daughter confirmed that when you were on your way to the house, so it wasn't that you went there to see a shocking thing. They've already informed you before you got to that house that this person is dead. You were only going there to confirm. So you have a different reaction when you meet somebody suddenly that he has been dead before you get there. That you didn't hear any information, but you were formally being pre-informed, if any English is like that, that somebody is dead, so person. You going there was, okay, let me go and confirm with my eye, which to you, the same tribe, the Yoruba you are talking about, is an abomination for you, father, to go ahead after you have been called, you have been told on your way to that place. Normally, you were not supposed to get to Mo's house. You were supposed to send somebody, a closer person to you, to go and verify this news for you. If you want to uphold that culture. Because you say you are not supposed to see his dead body. According to your culture that you are narrating to us as if your own Yoruba is different from our own Yoruba. Maybe your Yoruba is from India or from Ghana. Because you are saying that you are not supposed to you forget the part that you are not supposed to see the body. You went ahead to get to the house to verify that okay, this person is spy, but it wasn't at that moment, it wasn't a shocking revelation to you because you have already been informed that this person is gone. You are not going there to confirm that. So your reaction should be quite different from what you are telling us. You can't react in that manner to say that you made there, you saw over 100 people in the house and you couldn't take any action further. Because your daughter called you and you are telling me now that I shouldn't include that in his storyline. And he came back to even react to it. And he called me and hung up the phone. Say, oh, you can be talking to you guys who are fools. I'm sorry to use that word. Who are donkeys, who doesn't know what they are doing. I'm sorry to use that word also. You need to think out of your fish brain and wear human brain on your head and think like human. If you guys are still fixated on supporting this man, this crook, this pretender, who went to Berekete, he's not looking for money to go back to the same Berekete. Berekete that you can call, and he will send you money. People are just following a scripted story that doesn't make sense. You follow the dead body of your son to Ikorodu, and you say you are having culture. In his storyline, who did he actually call for that whole thing? Ask me. Who is that person you actually called? Throughout the night that I called my younger brother, I called my sister when I got there. At least you cannot be confused not to call your church member. You cannot be confused that people will not be calling you that you don't remember all those storylines. You gave us a story, you took it.
Is he done talking? Oh, it's gone. Oh, you're back. Hi. Now,
you want to engage me. If you want to engage me, I will respond to me. Not others. Okay, now,
actually irrelevant to the cause.
Let me ask you a simple question. Wait. Star boy, just wait. Let me ask you a simple question, okay? Are you a Yoruba woman or you are not? Can you hear me? Unmute and talk to me. You don't need to mute yourself. I just want to engage you. Can you somebody unmute her? Maybe she doesn't know she's doing. Unmute. Now you don't come. Sorry. I'm asking you a simple question. Hold on before you just wait.
Your question is
no, wait. Hello, excuse me. If you think it's irrelevant, I will drop you. I will mute you.
I'm focused on what killed Mohbad.
If you want to engage me, I will respond to. I'm muting you. I mute you because I want you to listen. I will answer any question that you will ask me this moment. Okay? And I want you to answer me. Are you a Yoruba woman or you are not? First, then you continue talking. I will not interject you. Go ahead. Answer me that question, then go ahead.
I'm Igbo. I was born and raised in Lagos. Lived all my life in Lagos. I live in England now, but born and raised in Lagos.
Fine.
And I see that as a totally irrelevant question because that has nothing to do with the cause of why Mohbad died. There were people in that house, but all I'm seeing on social media is people attacking somebody that was not even present in the house when that boy died. Where is the focus on the people in the house? That is my question to you. Why is there so much focus? Why is there so much? Hold on. Somebody died. Somebody died in his house.
No, start on, let me flow. You ask me.
Is the character
please. Now listen. Let me respond to you. Mommy Queen, please allow me to respond. Now let me respond to you, my sister. I love the way you started it from, and I love that fact. The fact that you were Mohbad today, that question is this. You will not refrain from suing those in the house. You just hit the nail on the point. And that is what we are talking now. If truly this man wants justice, right? And like you rightly said, he was not in the house. Let me be clear with that. He wasn't in the house. They didn't confirm that he was in the house before this guy died. So I'm going to exonerate him from that angle. But his action thereafter, after they brought a lawsuit to him, that Baba, these people in this house, we find them not clean with what they are saying. If Adura came out or slash Jamola and alleged that this is how Cynthia pushed down my brother and he hit his head on the floor and died. And Yomi was running with this narrative. You say you don't know what happened, but this is a confessional statement from those in their house, okay? And Adura came out to confirm that storyline, that video exists, and it's 10-minute video. We expect the father thereafter to not say, there's a clue here how this person died. You know what I mean? I want to work with
you. So you're telling me that you expect the father to carry out the job of the Nigerian police?
No, my sister, just wait. Don't go there. Just wait.
You're saying, hold on.
Do you want to put the blame on the Nigerian police now, or we are focusing on the father?
Hold on.
It is the father reaction we are talking about.
What is the point of having a police if they are not there to protect and serve you?
Okay, good.
Why are you paying your tax to the police if they are not there to protect and serve you?
Okay, now
hold on. Why has a murder been committed and it is left for the father to do the whole investigation of the murder? Why do we have police? Why do we have to investigate? Why do we have people in the police to investigate things like
you just went to the police again?
You're calling out the wrong people.
Oh, just hold on now. Just wait, my sister. Don't mix it up. You're making it out. You're mixing it up. Just hold on. If you allege some part, we deal with it, then we'll continue, okay? Now you just went to the police side of the matter. Police, if you saw that police is not doing the right thing, every public will be calling out this police, including me, including you. Can you please hold on? Can you please let me respond to you? Can you let me respond to you? You and I have agreed that police have not done the right thing. Calm down, my sister. Don't shift attention from Baba Mohbad to police. Ab initio, from the beginning, police told him, this is our model of operandi. This is how we operate in Nigeria. When something happens, you report to the jurisdiction where it happens. From the Mr. Lopa's storyline, they told him, go back to where that thing happened. We don't have the power to give you police cover. The man refused. According to his story, he said they wasted his time. That is the man.
I'm sorry, maybe we've listened. Maybe we've both.
Can you please hold on? Can you allow me to give you this story about police? I'm not exonerating police. I am still telling you the man did not listen to police instruction. Where you are in your London, if police told you, come back from your car, put your hand behind your back, what will you do? You will do it immediately. Either right or wrong.
At least I know that if the mother is committed, they're not going to
leave that part. Leave that part. But listen to me. Listen to me. Instruction of the police, either right or wrong, you were supposed to follow that instruction first and foremost and carry it out. If they were wrong in their own instruction, then thereafter the public will have judged them based on that. Police,
yourself speak. You should let
I'm
other people.
talking to you. You are keeping my attention from it.
Guys, 1 minute, 1 minute, please. 1 minute.
Speaking.
1 minute, please. Stardust, welcome. Can you please educate us about this case and tell us what you think we are doing wrong as Nigerians? Don't forget, this is our country, and we believe that we are fighting for the cause of justice. You know, we want to live in a crime-free environment. A lot of us, we've traveled abroad, we know how things are done, and we want to hold criminals accountable for whatever offense they've committed. And that's why we've been advocating for justice since the beginning of this case. There are a lot of ups and downs, sometimes disappointment, names calling. Yeah, what do you think people are doing wrong in this case?
Paparino, thank you for having me on your platform. I think this is probably the second time I'll be on this platform, but I've been following this since it happened. I've been following this for a very long time. What I do not appreciate is, first of all, the picking of sides. Everybody has a team or everybody has a side. The focus has been removed from what actually killed the boy and who killed the boy to favoritism. And that's the problem with Nigerians, is that we like to favor, we like to have celebs and faves that they can never do no wrong in our eyes. So where will somebody die in their house and the Nigerian police cannot investigate it, and you leave it to the father to carry on the investigation, and we should all be cool with it. We should all be fine, because that's how the Nigerian police is. Please, are we ever, as a country, ever going to move away from that mindset? Or is it that we do not feel like we deserve good things as people, as Nigerians, so we have to settle? We have to settle for the police to act anyhow or to do anyhow? The police are meant to be investigating this, not Mohbad's father. He was not in that house when that happened. Why are we not focused on the people that were actually in the house? You do not see this sort of murders happening around the world, and then they leave the focus to the people outside the house. Why is it taking 2 years for them to carry out an investigation? There's 200 million people in Nigeria. People die every day from
Can you please let us see our meeting first?
The whole attack on someone that was literally not there. And bear in mind, don't say, oh, I've heard that man speak, and his stories have been very, very, very consistent. On every platform that I have listened to him speak, very consistent. Rather, the other people that were in the house have had inconsistent stories. So why is the focus not on the inconsistent stories that we've been hearing? My point is the attention should, and the energy, everybody's feeling hurt about what has happened. The attention and the energy should only be focused on the people in the house 24 hours, 72 hours before that boy died. Any other thing apart from that is we're all wasting our time. We are all wasting our time. Thank you. Mr. Rotimi can carry on.
Inside the comment.
Let me, yes. Stardust, where have you been all this while? Because it seems you are not following the case as appropriately as you should. You are cherry-picking events the way you feel can buttress your one-sided story of supporting Baba Mohbad. Let me give you a breakdown of what has happened. Baba Mohbad was given money, right, to conduct autopsy and toxicology of Mohbad. Till this day, he has failed to tell the public where the autopsy and toxicology was conducted. One, Baba Mohbad has gone ahead to visit Berekete, and Berekete, a human rights activist who was trying to help him get justice for his son, told us that Baba Mohbad has moved on. The family are no longer interested in pursuing justice for the son. This same Baba Mohbad buried Mohbad without informing the Nigerian police that a crime was committed in the house when he saw blood. Are you aware of all this?
Very much aware.
Now, that kind of a father who up till now have failed to sign, maybe you are not aware, his major problem with his own group. He has a group. We are not part of his group. His group presented some names for him to sign. Those people you were claiming we should focus attention on, the people in the house. Now, every one of us here have called Baba Mohbad and his team on several occasions. Now, they should do a civil suit against these people. At least they should come and talk their own and let the public know about the roles that each individual has played. If possible, there will be criminal indictments for them. Baba Mohbad, why he's running up and down, that is very hot right now, is that he has failed to sign that document. And this is not his first time of consenting to documents that will help the public get headway in getting justice for Mohbad. The second time was his lawyer Odumusu, who said he presented a letter of consent to Baba Mohbad for them to seek legal framework to extract full forensic to help unravel what happens to Mohbad. Baba Mohbad failed to sign that document to this day. Don't you see that man? He is not in the house, but is preventing justice to flow. He is hampering the cause of justice. That is the role we see him play every now and then.
I understand you. So what was the point of the coroner's inquest?
Pardon?
What was the point of the coroner's inquest?
Now, maybe you don't understand it.
Because you want him to sign a document for these people to come out and give their testimony. But some of these people have already spoken during the coroner's inquest. So again, what was the point of the coroner's inquest?
Now, have you heard about the verdict of the coroner inquest? Have you?
I've heard it. That's why I'm asking. What was the point of all of that?
What was the outcome of the verdict? Was it favorably or unfavorable?
It was unfavorable, of course.
So what is wrong?
I think let's take time to explain things to her. I don't think she.
The point I'm trying to make is that you're going through the same approach to try and get a different result, but it's still going to come back with the same results. That's
What
what I'm
is
saying.
the
That's why I
approach?
asked. What
approach do you think?
What was the point of the coroner's inquest? Because these same people that you want to go and sit down now and ask them what happened, they've given their statements already during the coroner's inquest. So do you think that they're going to have another court hearing and they're actually going to come out and say the truth?
Yeah, you know, the coroner, there are limitations. There are limitations in the civil case. There will be a cross-examination in such a way that you will bring your own evidence, and it will be like a trial process. You get, and which can easily. The purpose of coroner is not to trial anybody. It's not to accuse anybody or try anybody. It's just like, it's very light. It's a very light informational inquiry gathering. So the coroner will not do much in trying to accuse people or taking them to some certain angles. Coroner is just trying to get some certain information that will help the coroner to establish her own fact. Her fact may not be our fact. If I have a fact that somebody has committed a crime, right, you may not see things that way. It's for me to take my fact to court. Yeah. Now you see, actually, like you said, you were very right. You were very correct when you said that the focus should be on the actual suspect, those that committed the crime, those that were in the house when Mohbad died. But don't forget that we all speaking here, none of us were in the house. None of us know what happened, but we have a bad feeling that something strange, something terrible might have happened, right? We don't have an evidence to this thing, so we keep looking for it. And one way for us to know what had happened is to inform the police about the situation and hear back from their investigation, right? In the beginning, the police came out, they said they've invited 26 people, that they've investigated them. You know, police investigate in their own way. And so they said they've investigated they've investigated the 26 people. And so this is what they have. You know, they say 5 people were declared suspect. The remaining one remain persons of interest. Persons of interest are anybody that are present in the crime scene. After investigation, if police finds anything incriminating, then you will now be detained, and you will now be prepared to be taken to the court, and you remain a suspect even at that. And until you are convicted by a court, you are still not a criminal. Right? Until you have been, even when police arrest you, detain you, prepare to take you to court, you are still a suspect because police has found something. But when police found nothing after investigating, you're no longer a suspect. You remain a person of interest, somebody who were there when it all happened. Now, the most important thing here is the investigation. Police have done. Can you guys hear me? Am I?
Yeah.
Yeah. So police have done their investigation, and in their investigation, they said they listed out some specific things that the nurse was implicated, that nurse injected Mohbad, and there were a lot of changes, you know. But now we're looking from the outside. But we're not in the house. Don't forget, right? We only have to listen to whatever everyone is saying. One, police has gone in there. Police have had access to do some certain investigation, which me and you will not have access to, right? So now we are still doubting the police, that we don't believe in whatever the police is doing, okay? Because it's not just answering necessary questions. We see about in some situations that, you know, we expected more corroborative answers to why things went the way they went, right? But we feel like we don't have these answers. And as a public, we now came together and said, okay, let us put in our funding and let's go do this investigation by ourselves, because we don't trust government investigation. Actually, the government is not starting to investigate Mohbad case. They have investigated it, and they have their own result already. Just like any country we do, it is the job of the government to investigate crime in every country around the world. And when they investigate their crime, they're going to have their evidence, which they have. Now, in the side of the public may not be placed without evidence, right? So now there's still a space for whoever that is not placed to go do their own investigation, and whatever they found, they can as well table it. So in this case, we put our support behind the father. I contributed my money. I also told people to contribute, and the main goal was to investigate it, to bring private investigators, to get pathologists, and to get a good legal team that will help us look into everything. I will keep pumping our money. You know, right now, we are trying to show something different. Police has done their job, and they said this thing is not as bad as you guys are taking it. Like you guys are suspecting that there was a murder, but we didn't see that. That's what we found, right? And we are doubting them. Now we went to do our own, right? Whatever we are going to do, supposed to be able to, justify what we have been clamoring for. We believe there was a murder. We believe there is something bad, but our investigation cannot show it. So could it be that police were correct? We are the one that are exaggerating things. And if police were wrong, because if you ask police to still go back to investigation, they will still bring you their own result. So the best thing now is for us, whoever that is doubting, then go bring something different from what police has offered. And if you cannot bring something different and you cannot accept their own, it looks like a troublemaker. Do you understand the point? Yeah. If I ask you right now, you contributed to toxicology and autopsy. Where was it done? You can't even tell, but that of the government that we are rejecting. Government autopsy was done in Lut. Toxicology was done in NMS in America, Pennsylvania. But our own, we who say we are looking for transparency, we who say we are being genuine, we are not being truthful to ourselves. You now understand why we are all like feeling like, hey, these people are just manipulating us.
So we don't. So you're saying your group doesn't have enough investigation to prove that it was an actual murder, but you want to go ahead and get those witnesses to go to court to prove that they.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I'm trying to.
Having them in a civil case, having some of them, not all of them. Like in my own ground, I believe that the nurse who has come forward, to confess that it was her action, the nurse who has come forward to confess it was her action that caused Mohbad's death. I believe the father of Mohbad should sue the nurse, and in the process of trying the nurse or cross-examining the nurse, may lead us to different facts, may lead us to different opening. A criminal case can have many sides. It can have many chains. If you look at the case of O.J. Simpson, one of America's most broadcasted case, O.J. Simpson and Nicole Brown, the African American guy that was married to the Caucasian America. It was like Africans standing for African. If you know the story, why the white people were standing for their own daughter, right? So there was interest in any mysterious death, right? There will always be different sides. If it was so clear, there was a clear evidence that this, like Mohbad was stabbed, whatever, and they could find it there. In the case of Mohbad, the government said there's no stabbing, no breaking of neck, no poisoning. When the father also went to check, his pathology told him there's no breaking of neck, no stabbing, no poisoning, nothing, right? So now it becomes difficult for you to continue to insist. So now in the case I was talking about the O.J. Simpson, right, Nicole Brown, the government, the American police, they investigated. They did all they could do. In fact, in that particular case, the American police, they wanted so hard, to see that guy is pinned by planting a glove, that at the end of the day, the lawyer of O.J. Simpson was able to keep that out, that this glove doesn't size my client. This is an attempt, to jeopardize my client or to brutalize my client. So the case was thrown out. But because the family of the woman that was murdered, Nicole Brown, they were so desperate, they had to sue O.J. Simpson. They sued O.J. Simpson, and the things that police couldn't do, they were able to establish some fact. But by doing the investigation, this is what we are saying. Like, the public is very interested in this case. They're ready to support it through funding, whatever. But the family is not ready. The only thing they do, they like talking the talking. You don't get justice in the street while doing the talking. Talking is part of creating awareness, right? But there are procedures that are put in there that are established there to get justice. And then at some point, we start doubting him that could there be something that he's hiding? And when we review his own story itself, when we go back into his own story, like we begin to suspect different things. Like when you were narrating your story about Mohbad, you said like 4:13, like your wife called you, and then you were, on your way, and then later, you guys got to a particular place, and you were told to go back, right? But you felt like no. happened. Let me go to Mohbad. And you wanna this is the story he narrated. When his own brother the organization narrated is known that what actually explained Mohbad. I put him that Mohbad died blood, right? And the man even said, if we are doubting, people were already saying, like that man has been consistent, you know. And okay, and you have bound about. Subsequently, listen. What?
Okay, so
What's going on here?
If the case is that the father, if the case is that the group feels that the father is aware,
dead. Switch over immediately. So what? What is? Did you communicate with them? No, you're not communicating with your son. Is there something you are trying to do? You're trying to do with the public. So, if you're trying village people, none of your street people, nobody around him. It's only him and online people who refuse to use their own sense to investigate this case. To the side, there could be possible manipulation here. Try the on to conference, you go to this information. Now let's put you yourself in this particular case, right? And prepare yourself. You may be here some for the first time.
Your line is a bit laggy.
Paparino, your network is...
Your line is a bit laggy.
Your network is... Change your network.
Hello guys. Hello, hear me?
Paparino, change your network.
No, it's very crackly.
Change your network, Paparino.
Oh my God, I was speaking. What was the last thing you hear me saying? What was the last thing you hear me saying?
We're about to ask some questions.
Okay, yeah, I was already speaking, so I said, prepare your mind, okay? I'm going to say some things right now, and you might have not heard it, okay? Maybe the first time you're hearing it, because it all depends on which platform you're going and what they say or doing on that platform.
I've been following your platform for
now.
years.
Okay, yeah, good. It's not going to be new to you then. So now, imagine in the case where, as a parent, you know, it's a child that you've suffered for, labored for so much, also has to go to school the days when they are nothing, and you work so hard, you know. And I understand how we all feel. It's out of the pain, you know, of parentage, you know, we know how this thing is, how stressful it is, you know. I think that is the point at which a lot of us are reacting, but this case may be a little bit deeper than we think, right? So we have to open our mind and then sort it out. That's the only way a case like this can be resolved. So now imagine, let me put you in a situation whereby, let's put aside the mother first. Right? I don't know why the mother is not seeking for justice, the sister, the brother. There must be something that we don't know. So which is family interests, which they are protecting. And which we just want Bawamba to be frank, right? Don't manipulate the public. If you are also protecting that same interest, is the reason why you're not cooperating with the public, let them know. Because people are going crazy. They are wasting their time, they are spending their money, and some of them, they are even like putting themselves into trouble because at the point of defending you, they start defaming the widow, and then it causes problem to them. You know, let's know what we want. No manipulation here. You know, so let me put you in the situation. Let's say, for example, you were contacted, right, and you got to Mohbad house, and you went up, and you saw a lot of blood in your own child's room, right, and then you now came downstairs. You now saw different people there. Do you think at that state of mind, you can be asking about Mohbad property, you as a parent? Do you think it's a proper thing for anybody to do? To be asking about Mohbad lands, the land that Mohbad left. Do you think it's proper for the parent to be asking for such? For Mohbad land. And the lawyer now told him that, come, Mohbad had a child. No, Mohbad land is not going to go to you. It remains that of the child. Mohbad did not die without a child. and they were arguing this, and that was the first conflict that that rose between these people. So do you think that was proper? Or tell me any reason why anybody will say, you went up, you see blood in your own child's lobby, in your son's lobby room, you came downstairs, you saw him lying down there embalmed, in a way that the child that you lastly saw on Saturday, and then the next thing you are asking the lawyer, the 2 plot of land of Mohbad, to do what? To bury him or to do what? Because it is either to go bury him or to inherit it. Why should anybody be thinking about burial right there? Because right now, what we were made to know, that it was because he was left with no option. That he has left the police, he went to the morgue, he don't know what to do, should he take the body back home? This is what we were taught. And then now we come back to find that there was already trouble going on in the house. There was already trouble, fights between the family, fighting on Mohbad property. And this did not even give them sense of thinking that Mohbad is a human being. They all focus on
was the fight before Mohbad died? Was it an ongoing fight?
I'm talking about when the father arrived and the son was at the staircase, right? And then he was asking for the 2 plot of land to do what? That's the question I'm asking. Can you answer that?
Okay. So first of all, in face of any traumatic situation, your brain has different responses. It's either the flight, the freeze, the fawn, and I can't remember the flop. You can't really particularly say how you are going to react until you have met with that.
No, I'm asking. I said that. Why was he asking for the 2 plot of land?
So
yeah, so why was he asking for the 2 plot of land? That's the question.
I was in that situation. Mm-hmm. If there has been, and that's why I asked, has there been an ongoing before Mohbad died? Has there been an ongoing issues?
Yeah, but why should that apply? Even if there was an ongoing, why should that apply
before
when
Mohbad died?
Yeah, even if there was an ongoing, right? Why should that apply? Especially seeing the track. Because
that could also be a motive for the cause of death.
Okay, we don't know that. That is what we're not.
The money can be a motive.
We don't know that.
Oh well.
But what we are saying here is this, right? Like when you take a look at the story, say all of the story, like you will see some manipulations, and I'm just seeing manipulations, on the side of the father, like not actually wanting to cooperate with getting justice, and like the actual justice everywhere in the world is the justice that comes from the court, from the police, right?
So is there a way your group? I'm just asking a question. Is there a way your group can, since you guys feel this way about the father, is there a way your group can, how am I going to put it? Join all of them, including the father and all the suspects in the house, and make a case against them with the evidence that you guys have come up with?
No, that's what I'm saying. I said we paid the father. Please wait now, worry, please. I mean, not talk to I mean, talk to please. We paid the father so he can get.
Okay, but now,
if you want to, you go talk to. I will give 1 hour. May talk you. May talk you. May they go now, beg. Let them talk you.
But so, now you realize after paying the father, he's a bit dodgy. From everything you said, after paying the father, he's a bit dodgy. He's manipulated the whole situation. And you guys feel, for some reason, he knows more about the death than he's letting on. So if you guys feel that way, why do you not then, go against the father and everyone in the house?
Yes, so that's what we are doing right now. Actually, what we are doing right now.
So it becomes the people versus, the entire Aloba family with the witnesses in the house.
It is always the government against whoever that is a suspect. Okay, the government, no government wants to, just go after anybody, without a good reason. So government would have seen that, okay, these people, they have a hand in the crime after investigation, then they will come for them. But they have investigated Mohbad, Wunmi, all of them. And according to them, neither Baba, neither Wunmi has a hand in Mohbad's death. That is according to the government. Right?
According
According to some members of the public, according to some members of the public like you, okay, you believe that you have an evidence that the wife killed the husband, right?
That's not what I've said so far. I never said that, but...
Are you sure? Okay, let me ask you, do you think the wife killed the husband?
I think whatever happened to him in that house, she's more aware than any other person in that house.
And she has said what she knows. She has said what she knows.
And I've listened to everything that she said in the 3 different platforms or more that she's gone to, and there are inconsistencies in her story that do not align with what the driver said and do not align with what Spending said. So there are inconsistencies in her story.
Okay, yeah, good. And if there are this inconsistency, like why is the lawyer of the man not taking up the case after all the public contribution? Do you think public need to ask him how he spent their money? If they contributed money to him for a particular purpose and he had not been able to carry that purpose, should they have right to call him out?
That one is relative to the public, because if I was going to do a charitable case, if I donate money for something, I'm not thinking about, this person has used this money for this money. I've given that money from the bottom of my heart. Go help yourself out. But some people,
that is a different thing.
Some people,
that is a different thing. That's a different thing. If you pay money for charity, right, it's without a purpose. Right, you just like give it out because probably the person's condition. You just want the person to just go do whatever with it. We didn't pay money for whatever. We had an agenda. We have a list of what to do, and this was not fulfilled. You see the difference? So now we're now calling him out. We paid for lawyer, we paid for private investigator, we paid for DNA, we paid for all of these things. What's up? Why are you not doing it? We're asking.
So you're not getting the results. You're not getting the results.
Exactly, and then people are discouraged. Nobody's going to come invest their whole life here. If you have your own money, if it was his own money that he spent, maybe like he brought 30 million out of his own pocket and it did not work out, will he go and bring another 30 million? If it was your own money, let's say you were the only one who paid for this 30 million to this Faloba and squandered that money, right? And then he said you should go now. You should go use another money to go do something else. You still go invest your money, right? After you've invested, and it didn't go, you still go invest, right? If that is how you reason, everyone doesn't reason that way. Sorry.
So if I understand you guys very well, we both know how the Nigerian police is, we both know how the Nigerian judicial system is, but yet we entrust them to be able to actually get us the justice that we're looking for, and yet we blame the father for not doing the most that he should have done in a system that is set up against him. I'm actually very confused.
No. The system is not set up against him because he chose the best pathology which he trusted. Not the system chose it for him. Right? There are so many people who were interested in this case.
Can we all bear
there are a lot of people who were interested in this case. This man, I want to ask you a question. This man is so serious. Why did he leave Berekete?
In this sort of situation before. Why did he leave
Berekete? Okay, where is the sense of the man? Why did he leave Berekete? Can you tell me why he left Berekete?
Someone. Go ahead.
Do you know Berekete?
Yeah.
Why did he leave Berekete?
That will be up to him.
No, it's not up to him. He has to be accountable to the public. He's not alone here. If it's up to him, then he should spend his money, he should do whatever he wants. Then we don't care too. He claims he's looking for justice. He has to explain whatever action that he has taken in the course of getting justice. Because people are seeing him as not ready for justice. So, and they are asking questions. Why did you leave Berekete if you truly say you want justice? Because that man represents justice. Why? Do you think you could do better? Or do you know better? Why? Or do you have a different interest from Berekete?
Paparino, if I remember back then when he was on Berekete, I remember listening to you most times, and you weren't particularly in support of him being on Berekete then. So it's quite surprising
Really?
to see
Really?
there's a
Really?
change. And people
Really? Are you sure? Are you sure it's me? Oh, another one.
Yes, it's you. It's you.
Never.
People are allowed to change their mind.
Paparino, wait. Paparino. Paparino.
Over time, you have to.
No, please wait. No, stop, please wait. Paparino, I am the first critic of Berekete in this case. That was telling Berekete that Berekete, you should be doing autopsy by now. You should be doing this by now. By now, what are you still doing?
Yeah, I remember that
I was
period.
the one that was calling him out. I said, if Berekete is not doing nothing, I mean, then why are we there?
You felt very
That's
wasn't doing enough.
Yes, if Berekete is not doing enough, then the man should tell the whole world that come, this man you guys sent me to, is not doing nothing. Simple, what transparency. Now we don't know who is playing us between Berekete and Baba Mohbad. Berekete said Baba Mohbad ran away. Baba said no, he's still cool with Berekete. I want to go back. He doesn't have money for transportation.
At the end of the whole thing, the bottom line is that we as Nigerians are left to look after ourselves individually, but as a collective, we don't really care, because why are we investigating? Why this is supposed to be for the police, for the government?
You are misunderstanding criminal cases. Please, what you don't understand, in a criminal case everywhere in the world, it is the duty of the government to investigate all crime and to give justice. But when government investigates and you say you don't accept, you must go and bring your own evidence. In this case, we are not saying that the government has not investigated. Government said they have investigated and they have their own result. Now you no agree. Don't blame it. Don't say they didn't do their job. They said they have done it. Now you are the one who is not accepting. So go bring your own evidence. It's fair enough.
Stand up. Are you actually worried
If
about
American police investigate,
not even knowing?
don't accept, you go and bring your own different evidence.
Are you actually worried about us not even knowing where that autopsy was carried out in abroad, the private autopsy standards? Are you actually worried? Coming from the Baba team, who said that they refused to reveal where that was carried out. And if you think we are thinking otherwise, you just stated now that he left Berekete because it's best known to him. If we read meaning to that action, it means we can take it either way. Is it that Berekete told him to go, or he doesn't want to continue with Berekete in our analysis? But are you actually worried that Baba Mohbad and the team who carried out the autopsy abroad or toxicology refused to reveal where it was done? Are you worried about that?
No, I'm not. Because even the one that was done,
Why are you not worrying about that?
even the one that was done, even the one that was done, if the one that was initially done by the police, came out with the accurate results, then there would have been no need for a second autopsy for me to be worried about.
But before Baba did the private one,
the first
yeah,
time.
before they did the private one, I want to agree
An
with you
autopsy
that
should be an
you
autopsy.
and I. No, just hold on. You and I were out here dragging the government, even when Baba went to Berekete, for not revealing where it was done. You remember Berekete called the commissioner of police online for there about the PA or the protocol that we want to know where it was carried out. Were you actually worried when government refused to reveal that location to us?
Would the location change the fact that
that's not the you are asking the question now. You are asking me, don't judge the question because we dress government.
No, because I'm
wait now. You know why it's important?
Would that
You know why it's
change the
important?
result
Just
of
wait.
the autopsy?
No. It's just for us to know the authenticity of that result. For us to authenticate, just wait now. Hold on now. I'm responding to you. Just wait. My sister, just hold on. I'm responding to you now that you said it doesn't matter, but now you could go to Oluwole or Ibadan and bring a report to us. What we public is trying to do is to know where it was carried out. We want to investigate it further if truly it was actually carried out or not, which matters a lot.
Okay, so
What if it was ever been done abroad?
Even more time and even more resources.
That is our time now. Why don't you allow us to even vent on that timing? The issue is
So,
this,
okay,
right?
so
We don't believe.
even more time and more resources, and then coming out to come and blame when you don't get the results.
My dear, just hold on. Now, the issue is this, right? What I'm saying is that don't judge this part because it's very important. When a report that was carried out or a result that was released to us, we don't know where it was coming from. And we say, no, this result is inconsistent with what you are saying. It's still the same thing with the government. But it's okay. We don't even believe you did it. Give us the location. We want to go and verify. Is there anything wrong for the public to demand such from the same cause we contributed our money for? And we are saying because we dragged government. When government was not coming forth for like 6 months, they were silent about the matter. And we dragged government out that they didn't do anything. And government said, we did it. It was done in so place. But now we are calling out the same father who did the private, which we, the public, paid for. You are saying that we are pursuing a very wrong cause. Is that what you're telling me?
So you didn't believe the government's autopsy and you don't believe the father's autopsy. I'm trying to
The father, the government is even cleaner than the father. The government gave you a clue that it was done, let's say it was done in your house. We will come to you, Sados. We want to see the evidence that you carry out this autopsy. You
think that the father didn't carry out any autopsy? That's why you want to
as far he refused to, yes, as far as he refused to reveal that location for us,
what has that got to do?
It is the authenticity, my sister, to authenticate the result.
I feel like either ways the results will not be authenticated because people are
in that manner it will have been. In that manner, if we ask for it, it will have verified truly it was. We won't be talking about it today because we will already be known. Many of us we just silent about justice for Mohbad, assuming it is revealed to us. Truly, it was carried out. We went there, we saw it. Whatever the pathologists have told us in that court, we will not be doubting it by now. But we are still doubting it. Okay? We are still doubting because they couldn't give us a clue where it was carried out. And that is why you and I we are still talking about this matter. Assuming they revealed the location to us and we've gone there, we verify it, we ask the media because already private has been done and it was carried out. Do you understand me? So, but if you are thinking that we are asking for a wrong question from the father who's alleged that he did it, but it's not telling the public where he did it. Government is even better than him right now. Because government told us where it was done. And then a sane person is a simple question to ask in a sane society. I did it, where do you do it? See, that will be the next question. 100%. Now
the point.
Now the location of the DNA now is being an issue to him because he's doubting Nigeria. He said he wants it to be done abroad. Why? It's the same reason we are talking about the location where it was carried out. What if the result they gave us was done even in Bayelsa? And they came out and read it to us. You will doubt it, and now why that from Nigeria? We don't have trust in it. Because you'll be talking about government things. You'll be talking about government. You are making the government look as if they didn't do anything for this guy. Okay? But what we are saying is that the also, yeah, they didn't do enough.
And from the beginning, they ruined the entire investigation. You're going to someone died. You're going to their house. You're not sealing off the house. People are still living in the house even after that.
I love because you are pointing to
ruined.
You are making sense in that regard. Yeah, you are making sense in that regard. And I want you to reason with us when we are saying that this father is also covering for this crime based on. When we look at the psychological aspect of him covering for some things, because if police didn't do the right thing, you were supposed to be saying dragging police every day of this life to court. Get court order for police to carry a phone for SC. If police is refusing, go to court. Say court, I find this. Compel police to carry a phone for SC for my son's death. We didn't see this move coming from him, not at all. See, today, 2 years, he has 2 lawyers, 2 legal teams that we have changed one. We have current one who is even a son. But he yet to even approach a court to compel police to do phone forensic. But he wants you and I to be saying that police is doing the wrong thing. We will always see some bad eggs in the police. Right? What if he fell into the hands of the bad ones? But the court will correct that no, police carry out this phone forensic. He has all resources at his disposal to even play with money, whatever. But he refused. Even when Mr. Yomi Fabi is talking about this, we're supposed to see the father behind him. Okay, I couldn't do it. Yomi, please, I'm behind you. Do this because police, government, Yomi has dragged the government. He did protest. He did a press conference. Who is it did it against? Against the family? No. It's against the government, my dear sister. Yomi did a press conference. It's against the government. Calling police out. Calling government out for not doing the right thing.
I ask you a question, Mr. Risky.
Yes, go ahead.
How do you think that this case is going to be resolved?
As it is now, it's only when there is a clue coming from the public, because that this is how this guy gruesomely was tied in his house. 1, 2, what we call evidence, it has to be investigated thoroughly. If police carry out phone forensic alone, Stardust will not be where we are today. I bet
100%. I agree with you on that one.
Thank you. But for police not to be doing it, and we are dragging the police, we now drag the Baba. Ask your legal team, approach the court. The procedure is there. For you to approach the court of law, they give you the leverage. You have the opportunity. Government give you the open hand. The court is there for you. Approach court, get court order against the police for not doing this. And police will have up, they will do it. Definitely. But you are not even making this move. You are making the move of screwing Naramali or bringing him back to the matter, DPP. Meanwhile, you are neglecting the primary assignment that will have led us to a better result. You are leaving those that are not in the house, and you are forgetting those in the house. Now, and I said something, the critical thinker did well in one regard where they summoned courage to get another lawyer, sue those in the house. Is that not a wonderful thing? But the father turned it down. He said to scrutinize the list. He turned it down completely, and today he's silencing about that. Oh, you've dropped. No problem. Paparino, please, I want to meet. She's gone.
Sarutime, you see, she's just here to defend people baselessly, or Papa Mohbad baselessly. She knew quite well what Papa Mohbad has done. This is a man who has failed to do the right thing. And then people are challenging him for why is he hampered from at least even doing the right thing? Why is it so difficult to do the right thing? And everybody is asking that question. Baba Mohbad has not provided the answer. Even while he was on Super Vibes, he was asked so many questions. He failed to answer it, especially where the autopsy was done. He was just mentioning, Nigeria. That was his response. I think it was Chama or Crunchy Queen that asked him that question. Where was the autopsy and toxicology conducted? He couldn't give any concrete answers. And then when the autopsy was done and we had the result that we had, Papa Mohbad was not pained. Mohbad was not unhappy. He never showed it publicly that this failed result, because I was there about the last hope to help Mohbad get justice through the corona. Because the corona is all about forensic analysis and then how Mohbad died, who was responsible, who are the suspects, and all those technicalities. But Mohbad failed to provide such information for the right information when he was given the opportunity to do the toxicology and autopsy. And that was the moment Mohbad lost chances of getting autopsy. And the Baba was not remorseful. He wasn't remorseful. By now, we should have been hearing him if it was a genuine mistake of him not being able to get the locations of where this thing is done. You should have cried out that the pathologist is avoiding him, or the public should help him. That is how people do, especially if you said you are ordinary a carpenter and there are some limitations in your understanding of how things work. If, like what he was telling us was the case, then things that he doesn't know that look suspicious, he should be crying out about it. Have you ever heard Baba Mohbad crying out that nobody is telling him where the toxicology autopsy was done? He was comfortable with it, and it obviously showed that he cooperated with them. He cooperated fully with them to get the result that nailed everything and left everybody in the house off the hook in a way, and then we now begin to depend on the compromised government autopsy, because the autopsy of the government was compromised. The chain of custody of the histology of Mohbad was never properly outlined for us to show that there was no compromises during the time of handling and then the time of delivery to the location where it was tested. In fact, there was a third-party laboratory that presented Mohbad histology to the NMS. So you could see that there was a deliberate action, and this was even after about 6 or 5 months when the samples were taken. Mohbad samples was taken on the 22nd of September, and it didn't appear at the NMS testing facility until sometimes in April. And so apart from the chain of custody, if that truly was Mohbad's samples, it will have degraded and the accuracy of the test will have been thoroughly diminished if it was even Mohbad samples that was presented. And then the person who presented it used his company in the US, the Lagos State DNA and Forensic Center MD. He used his own company in the US to present the test to NMS. And that was why when people went to NMS and they were clamoring for Mohbad, they couldn't get the name of Mohbad on their system because it was a different company that presented it. And so they said Mohbad was not tested in their laboratory. Eventually, when the pathologist presented the result at the coroner, it was not signed. He presented an unsigned document to the coroner. All these are in public space that everybody could see. And then he was not questioned properly thereafter because he was meant to appear. And then he failed to appear at the coroner because Sanshitu is having a wedding or something, and so they couldn't convene. And then that was how the pathologist was unable to be interviewed correctly on the processes and the procedures, how the test was done comprehensively by Sanshitu, and it was never recalled back to the coroner inquest to testify again. It was never. All these things played out right before our eyes. And Baba Mohbad and his team of lawyers, they kept mute. They kept quiet. And after that, they went on the legal jamboree to sue the DPP. The DPP who they should be friend with. And the DPP asked them in their case, in their own case that they brought before the court, that what was their own private investigation that warrants them coming to sue them, that they should bring in Naira Marley into the case. Mohbad was chasing shadows with his people. We knew that Naira Marley was never in the house and Sam Larry was never in the house. Was Mohbad bullied? Yes, there was evidence in the public space on videos. Was that the reason why Mohbad's demise happened? Possibly, but not conclusively, because there were other incidents that was in the burner. There were incidents that the wife had a serious fight with him. In fact, she was the one who last fought with Mohbad, according to the driver. These are public information. They are in public space. Why has Baba Mohbad not pursued that comprehensively with his team of lawyers? Instead, they were just dribbling the public, telling the public different kinds of stories and manners of stories that could suit their egos, and then gathered different kinds of all manners of people to do their biddings, and also begins to insult people all over the place. Whoever do not succumb to their system of justice. The Mohbad is not looking for justice, and all of us should know that by now. Anybody who is still on the side of Baba Mohbad, I'm sorry to say, that person has lost track with reality. He has totally lost track with reality. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's biased, and he's not after justice. He's what I call hero worshipping. They want an hero out of Baba Mohbad. He's the father of the year. He's the only one seeking justice, but he has the ability to misbehave and does as it's like because he's the father of the year. That is not how it should be, and that is not how justice should be. Many of us, we are into this justice not because we want a certain individuals to fall for it. No, we truly want justice to be served. Anybody who is responsible for taking another one's life must be ready to pay for the crimes that they committed. They must be ready to pay for that crime. And if so be is a friend or whatever it is, or anybody associated with them, the brother or the wife, as long as investigations can direct to it, then so good. It is obvious the police are not ready to do this investigation, which is one of the most concerning aspects of it. And that is the enjoyment Baba Mohbad is enjoying. He's enjoying the process of crime, because that is what we call it. He's enjoying it. If not, how can you just sit down there and you are saying you don't have money to travel to Berekete to continue seeking justice for yourself? Who is taking a night bus there? Who is sitting?
It doesn't even need him to come to the public for money for him to travel to Abuja. Abuja with even Los Angeles, 35,000 maximum. With Los Angeles,
35,000, you're already in Abuja.
You're already in Abuja. You're talking about you sleep over. You want to go with it's just 70,000.
And if he's stranded, if you see Baba Mohbad, if the public see Baba Mohbad sleeping outside like Yomi did, don't you think the public will rise?
That's the truth.
No.
You want to live in the affluence. You are spending blood money. You are gallivanting on blood money. People are donating money for your son to get justice. You are now saying you are wearing wristwatch and be looking at your wristwatch in a video. You are gallivanting
He's celebrating. Baba Mohbad is celebrating clothes. He's on his page. Someone gave him some attires, and he's celebrating it. He did a song for it, and he's singing about it and dancing, and then celebrating new suit or coat suit, whatever it is that he's wearing. Baba Mohbad is celebrating those things. It shows that he's thoroughly after. He's in his page, or anybody that wants to check it. It's in his page. is after what he can gain. Mohbad is after what he can gain.
Excuse you not doing the right for not doing the right thing. If it's for doing the wrong thing, you package it as if this your whole life it depends on this. You want to go to Bregete, you are telling the public you don't have transport, so we should book flights of 200 and something thousand for you. 400. You and Gurxey will be running like 1 million naira to go and lie to Bregete and come back. It's crazy, man.
Tell to me, why can't he go and do back his furniture carpentry work to raise money?
He's a celebrity.
Why can't he make a flyer and say, okay, I'm back to Morocco, employ some people, some boys I want to open a workshop where I'll be training some more children to be carpenter. You know, there's something this man can do.
Should I tell you a secret about lazy people? Should I tell you a secret about them?
Tell me.
There's an avenue to make money. Let's say you give someone who is lazy money that shouldn't bother you, be there for him. They will stop working. Their mindset will be on the things you are going to bring to the table. Even if they have the tools all around them to begin to make money for themselves, they will be waiting for that your own money. The day you fail to fulfill your obligations to them, maybe for one reason or the other, you become a bad person. And then, in fact, you are worse than the devil to them because you failed to do that. You know, and so he has been enjoying public sympathy, undue public sympathy. People do not know that Baba Mohbad do not deserve the sympathy they extended to him. How many people have you seen that he has not offended in this justice for Mohbad? How many people that has worked with him, that they have failed to work with him? The man in Ghana, Queen's Radio, he has failed to work with him. He's all there in public space. The man in Ghana, Oriyomi, has failed to work with Oriyomi. He has failed to work with Berekete. He has failed to work with anybody. Nobody can work with him successfully. Nobody. What manner of a man is that? And we say he's seeking justice.
Mohbad is not justice. He's not seeking any fucking justice. He's not seeking any justice. He just been playing with us all along. Let him go back to his carpentry job and make money from there. That is what I should tell him now. Because if he's expecting money from the public, it's damn lie. He can't get nada. He can get from Bukky Jesse and the rest. The Pop Daddy, they can give him money. But here, me, I will drill him because he's not supposed to be called a father.
His last chance to make the public. His last chance was this DNA, and I suspected their problem. His problem with the critical thinkers has to do with money. Because Bukky Jesse gave us a glimpse of it. That Baba Mohbad was no longer in control of money donated. That if he needs money, those people, he needs to talk to them and they will need to sign before they give him money. And so that was how they were doing it. And I think he wasn't in control of what was coming in anymore. So it was the critical thinkers and all that. If you remember, Shoda Might, his major problem with them, even though she didn't say it fully, but they nearly crucified her for saying that it was the critical thinker that was controlling Baba Mohbad's money. You know. Mr. Rotimi, Natural said you should pick her up. I think she wants to talk.
Oh, is she there? Oh, sorry, she's even there. Sorry, dear. Let me bring her. I said not only herself, somebody was even there. Okay, I think both of them have come up.
Okay.
Sorry, Natural.
Very much insider. Thank you. Yeah, still talking, Abi. Good morning, good afternoon. We're in Nigeria, Abi.
Go ahead.
Network, Nigeria network. Okay, thank you. I know Paparino maybe he's sleeping because what I want to say is that inside that you have said everything. That is why I always enjoy your talk. You can go my normal way. You know all this talk when they talk since I first listened to Paparino for morning, later I come log out. Like when Paparino they talk for money. You know, because of who we know and who they relate with, who don't help us, they make many of us not agree they talk truth. You understand? And a part of this one is poor justice. If I talk about this one will see. You understand? They make many of us not they talk truth. And I waiting also affect Papa Mohbad be that too. When Papa Mohbad starts, most of us when they join now, we come with different interests. You understand? Papa Mohbad will not make it clear to them. Hey, you don't want justice. But because of our own pockets, we just lock up. We don't want to talk. I don't talk this thing before. I want you to repeat them again. You know, say many things when they do a revision, we do as far as I'm concerned. Because when they say way forward, not the any place. We just do revision for new people because when people they come up for Paparino platform, they just they train themselves. Like all this, they shoulder mind and the rest. They won't just be popular. They won't just know them. As far as I'm concerned, if not, they know everything. They don't know say the man they fuck up. But the young one come up. I know Paparino platform. Now where anybody wants to grow. So they go must come, whether not rubbish out of nonsense, there is sense. They will just talk come on. Like one day when he talk finish before inside that they talk. Say he know, and not true. You don't fit tell me say he did with him. I see the question where to me they ask him. See the way they reply. It will not get head, not make sense. It's just a talk of points. So no problem. At least he don't come, he don't talk, he won't come out. Tomorrow if you come now, to me don't know. Now waiting we don't assume so many people to be that. Not everybody come, but some people the young one comes. I will see they happen. This community of justice for Mohbad, a place when they say they feel just know me. If you're a normal person, you go see the truth. You not go talk the way they talk. You not go ask a kind ABM question. You know when they call ABM question? All these questions be like he better. Now we they call ABM. All those kind of questions, ABM questions. When go they ask, what you can make you feel say, na Papa Mohbad, na you do this one. When you see with your eye, it's 2023 now we talk. So nobody for this life, you understand? When you go reach where somebody say die, when you not go ask question. Imagine this girl for Arise TV. I first asked Rufai that day, how na fear, how na content no say this girl Iqbal. He just talk say that's very simple thing. As you get reach hospital, they begin to ask people for the area. Couple of times because of the girl. So kind of things when I Rufai tell me, you get I can't say not true. See the shock for them. This one I just saw work out though. They wait how the thing happen. To talk of you as a father. You understand? As a father, you reach place, you can't tell me say you don't know. You go this thing, they don't some of them, like which I feel they don't threaten many of them before the thing happen. So when the thing happen, I said they don't finally take out, okay, good, make everybody lock up. Why people know about them? Because of the sharing of the cash. Even Karimo, when Karimo starts that time, how he be? He decided with me. When he come out, like everybody knows that because of the cash. Let me two of them separate. You get. So the points that they try to bring out now be say, nobody when go tell me say for that family, they don't know what it by Mohbad. We just they come, they do revision. But if Papa Mohbad not fit go back because at the public so I spoil and I make her not fit go back for a carpentry work. And he get wait see make it talk when he even see make me say I won't come up. Somebody when he say now when you don't dip up, now it's supposed to train all these small children. But I don't repeat this in 2023 before I want to repeat them again. When it's supposed to train all these small children so that the experience when waiting your pikin pass through, make all these children not pass through. You not agree. You say the life when the big people won't live, the celebrity won't live, now you won't live. Tell me how Nigeria won't take good. Wetin make us go feel say this guy, this father, no encourage his son to do some kind things. Make the money quick come. As the boy begin to make the money, the thing not reach out the way he want am. Now still make her act some kind things when he act allegedly. The man not just one made a trace some things. That is why he's killing everybody move. If everybody do some things, they go track him. You don't want that. That is why he's killing everybody's move. So, Papa Mohbad, everybody don't know. All these people, they come, they talk. They don't want justice. It's clear. This way forward, like what I talk say for Superman, make them think how they go take bury Mohbad. Make him go fight. If not sacrifice, somebody use and do sacrifice. Good. Make him go fight the fight. Because all this one when everybody they now money people just say fine. People just say they're somewhere that they fight for the justice. All of a sudden a story. Now packaging. Because Paparino talk this morning, get what I learned from there. If you they do something, you understand, you know they transparent about that. And people they tell you that they complain. You know they even they show any interest. That means you get one move. So those when they carry the thing for head, no transparency, nothing they happen. You get your own plan. You get what you define. Maybe now your pocket. If your pocket not dry, you go come and do it. And on inside that, you want to talk something.
Yeah, the story now make the bury Mohbad on time.
That is it.
Because
Now waiting we suppose they talk about. Nobody so say wait forward, go meet one police. As everybody they do your private investigation. The truth be say, as people they come, me said, because that now it makes sometimes I just thank God for some kind of opportunity when I get that period when we say I take follow Africa TV and I know some police for fancy. And they ask people some questions. Yes, some things when they say, oh, this one what would they do? The family not they fight for the thing. But the thing when they go ask you, they say, okay, I asked some police for fancy today. Okay, if you have to say the public say they won't take the matter there, it's as far the family not they sign. Nobody go listen to now.
the role of the public no pass this thing where we dey do so. Now just advocacy. Now be the
That
role of
is it. That is it.
Now the family, the immediate family. Now then go point us the right direction, point the police here. Now waiting they happen with this road. Now waiting they happen. Now then go cry out. So even justice.
But the guy who does say most of the evidence inside, say most of the evidence don't clean their commode. So this is a good stuff.
And now the role where the Baba play with that. Some gully people don't know say Baba they play a role to help clean the evidence. We go nail everybody.
But inside that, the public can still move further. Okay.
Rotimi.
Rotimi.
I tell you the truth. If somebody is not telling you the truth, you understand? If somebody is not telling you the truth.
Forget what that policeman is telling you, my dear sister. Just hold on. Let me
what kind of public?
No. This is the angle I'm coming from, okay? Police, the Nigerian police especially, they want case to settle at their table. They don't want you to move further. Hardly you see police that want to take you to court. Hardly. It's some situation. So that is number one. I want us to know that. Now let's move past to what I'm about to say.
Let me tell you, not even up
Yes.
to this case, because they have the DPP that will advise them. Which case?
No, the guy. If a person comes up and say demand the police to charge them to court, if I demand
them, let me tell you
for
something.
you to charge me to
There is
court,
something, Rotimi, I want to say something. You have been talking since.
you are never allowed me to speak what I
No,
wanted to
I will
say.
not allow you because the reason is that people are listening.
No, I'm objecting you. You will still get your plot. That doesn't mean you are convincing the
Okay, no
public
problem.
in your own way. Yes, you will still come. I just want to object you. You have the floor. What I'm trying to say here is this angle. When you say the public cannot do more than what they are doing, I object to that. I say no. For me, I think the public can still pushes it further to the law, to the court of law, by using an NGO. It's a concerned public. When we are under an NGO, you can get court order. You can approach the court for redress. You can approach the court to say police have done the wrong thing. They are not doing the right thing. Our job is not limited to social media. That is what I'm trying to correct. But if you think I'm wrong, give me a fact. Insider, are you there?
Yes, I'm with you. Let me tell you why that will not work. Let me tell you why.
Go ahead, tell me.
You see, for every criminal case, there must be investigation. And for every investigation, evidence are evaluated. Now, these are two in one. The police doing investigation and then examining evidence. And this evidence must be credible first. The evidence must be relevant and must be lawfully obtained. These are the three main key or core values of evidence: credibility, relevance, and must be lawfully obtained. For criminal cases, the evidence that's from the public must be as seen as being credibly obtained. So, for instance...
That's the step you are getting further. I am saying, don't go too far. I am saying that going to court, insider, you are taking one step ahead. I'm coming. They don't need to present evidence. You are taking one step ahead. What they are approaching court for is redress, is to police to compare police with court order to do what is needful. Okay? I'm not saying they will. I'm not saying they will just take whatever they have to court. No. What they are trying to do is
Let's examine it.
Yes, exactly. You sue the police for not doing the right thing. One, you sue party involved, you join them. Then court will now compare police to go back and carry out that investigation.
That is...
I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
I understand. You need to present credible information.
Now, is it credible enough to say that police, I'm adding this to you, is it credible enough for public to state that police did not carry out phone forensic in this case and we want it done? Is it credible enough to request that for court to compare police from the public? Now, go ahead.
Yes, you see, now the NGO, we approach the court and make their own application that, okay, the investigation that the police did was flawed. If the police doesn't want to change the direction in which they are going, they are so easy. In fact, it is so easy for the police to argue their case that based on the information, they normally say that they've interviewed all the suspects in the house and they found nothing wanting in them, and that it is only the nurse that they see that was closer and have contact with the suspect and with Mohbad. And then that is what they are, that whatever the NGO is presenting to the court should strike it out, that it doesn't hold water because they've done sufficient investigation. And they will present all their investigation as evidence.
But they have to present their investigation.
Yes, they will support that.
They have carried out. Now, the documentation we are talking about is, I'm talking about the phone forensic. You and I know they've not carried out. Insider, you and I know they've not carried out phone forensic in this case. Do you believe that?
Yes.
So what would they be presenting? I'm talking about only that. What they be presenting before the courts now that they've carried out in the area of phone forensic, which they have not done.
Yes. The merit of the phone forensic will lie well on Baba Mohbad to court subpoena.
No, I'm telling you, I'm trying to narrow us
It is
to public
it is-
concern now.
it is going to
Leave the father alone. Leave the father
going to
alone. I want the public. What I'm saying,
It is-
Insider,
Yes.
for the public to test this law, if we have the right or the privilege to take this matter to court, to sue the police for not doing the right thing, because now this is it, okay? If we are thinking that cannot do nothing except the father or the pay of the family, you are equally making the society an unbearable society, because family can kill anyone tomorrow, bribe the police, and nothing will happen. Family can do anything. Yeah, that is what we are creating in the law. But I'm saying no, the law doesn't work that way, and that is why we have the NGO coming as entity. Yes.
You see, as the case is now, let's say a crime was committed. For instance, someone stabbed someone on the way, and the person who stabbed was caught. And then he admitted, oh, truly, it was when we were doing a fight that I stabbed him. Will full forensic be needed to unravel such situation?
If the person has confessed to that crime,
yes, so, and the nurse has confessed.
yes, we can still, no, now let me tell you, that is why I'm still saying that. I love the angle you are coming from. Yes, the public can still argue further that this nurse, we suspect she's covering up, because we discovered there are lapses in her statement before the court, the coroner inquest. What is the lapse? She told us she never saw Adura. Okay. Meanwhile, Wumi's statement told us that Adura, she left Adura with Mohbad and the nurse while she was cooking in the kitchen. Okay. So how come this nurse did not see Adura? There is a very big concern with the law. The court will have to look inwards. Why are you lying here? You agree you treated Mohbad, but you did not see his brother. But the wife now is telling you that you saw the brother and left the brother and Mohbad with you. There is no way you will not see resemblance between Mohbad and the brother. It's not possible. So, in that regard, we could be seeing that it's not, it's in our defense. Go ahead, Jane.
Okay. Yesterday there was a lady that came in. I don't know. It's probably, I don't know if the lady is from Wumi side. I don't know. The lady said, if Papa Mohbad came out that Wumi, he buy my son. Wumi said it's not me. Do you understand? He said it's the nurse. What stop Wumi? I want stop Papa Mohbad not to hold Adura. Say, it's all of you that are inside that house. How will you tell me that you did not know what happened to your brother? You're like, I won't stop Baba Mohbad not doing that. Now, it's very obvious. The mother did not even stress herself because she has been crying. She did not even come to the public to come and seek for money. He did not come to the public to come and look for cash. Like, look for someone that died his son. Might have, you will be the same. Because I have this strong belief that all of them knew and they have been giving money. Let's refer people to go and check the first video. A video when Iyabo Ojo came in, Toto Dinke, that Davido PA, he was there. They was talking to Adura. That day, that very day, they cleaned everything. I can check that video. That is why the woman accepted. But just look at it that leave this thing like this, so this way did not drag anybody. You can never see Papa Mohbad said it to me that die my son. You can never see Baba Mohbad coming out. Like what you said, that what your mate did that independent day, that is not possible. I said in 2023 that peacefully, the government are not listening to you. You will not even accept any clothes from anybody. You will not try it. You go wear clothes now, Secretariat for Lagos here. You not go Abuja. Now there you go, they sleep. People go say, what's the happen? Guy said, my pikin, no. Not the way it said that, you. I reached there. Now I hear say, my pikin don't buy. What's the happen? May government don't tell me. Someone look come tell me. Carry everybody come station. Even in public, they do their own. Baba, Baba, no worry. No wahala, I'm gonna send the money put for there. Now justice I want. As far he did not do that thing, there is something on it. Oh, you did not hold your son, you don't hold anybody. There is something that is deep. January 2024, when Tolani was saying something, I don't know the person's platform. Somebody said, don't listen to Tolani. I kept quiet. That was around 11 o'clock. I was listening to that lady. She said, I was with Baba Mohbad. Find out something and I left. It's not what we are thinking. Go back to Africa TV. Africa TV, when they did not discover that Africa TV did not have anything, the man was just interested in money. When the whole country was just bashing him, why you will just go bury the boy? Why you go do that? Now he just go back up. Went to Ekiti, come back. The whole world love him. And he took advantage of it. This thing work for me. Make I just use that to make my money. But you know all these things that they expire. Baba Mohbad don't expire. That's everybody is trying to discover. Even you wrote to me, anything they call Baba, you know they agree. You feel go follow that person fights. Because that time the thing they work on you. You never should say where your eye clear. When you begin to read law, they talk about this.
You don't say my eye clear immediately. The daughter matter came out. No, listen now.
You didn't even last year like that. Now, no. Last year.
No, immediately the father, when the call of that his daughter came out, I was there as wait a minute. Initially, I first dragged the father. Say, no, why would he hurry? Bury this guy. He's not a Muslim, whatever. But when the man narrated that's his story.
I remember you used to everybody there I communicated with you. When I communicated with you. When you said, you cannot be Baba Mohbad, I'm hearing you.
Yeah, I said, initially, first time, I blamed the father for horribly burying him. But when he narrated the scripted story, I believed him. We were on his side. Until Mr. Dayo came out to say, blessing called Baba now. Yeah? Then we have to do a reverse psychology. I said, no, this man, something is up that you are not telling us. That was when I rewind back and my brain, okay, I got to look into this matter. Since that day, I have not believed in that man again, 100%. So go on.
First time when Paparino, they said Berekete. That day that he was talking, that is it 2023, yeah, early 2023. Be January, when Paparino was talking about Berekete, I said, this guy, man.
That will be 2024.
2024, yeah, early, early. So this guy will miss something, yeah. I think because Nigeria, people just want to be, they want to take opportunity. Maybe this guy just want to take opportunity. I was not watching Berekete. When Berekete said he's coming, he did not do it live. That's why I knew that they started bribing this guy. That this apparently really making sense. And this is Nigeria for you. You want to use this opportunity to be how would I put it, to blow. And that is what happened. You understand? Because there are two people on this case. That very day, even Papa Mohbad's phone, that old phone, he should bring it out. Let's see people that was following him. If he was not bribed that very day, because that Tolani knows a lot. And He said a lot of things that night around 11 o'clock. I don't forget. A lot of people were calling this man. There are top people that did this thing. Top people. They sponsored these people to eat what they did that day. Not only Wunmi.
See, during
make I use this opportunity to say make my own money put for pocket. So he did. Sorry, insider. That is what Mohbad did, and he did it. Now everybody is crying. What we're supposed to be doing? Let's use it to encourage people, and let's use it to teach people sense. Let's also use it to warn people. This kind of thing that happen, if anybody tried it, it will not be easy. You should, because this man catch everybody on our way.
See,
inside that,
Wunmi said there was a second nurse. And while she was trying to say this, Wunmi slept. You could go and listen to the audio again, because for every of her actions, every of her movements, even all the syllables and all whatever she used in that interviews, if you subject that to a AI lie detector, most AI lie detector will tell you that she is lying 100%. Yeah, because of there are some repetitive words she kept saying, like my husband, and all those things, trying to show affirmations and affirming our closeness and all those things, which is a form of way to dispel or to shield away people's attention. Now, she made a very critical statement, like a slip. Wunmi said when the second nurse came, that a second nurse, they needs to invite a second nurse to sleep over. She said that to find something to do in her, she was trying to put her hands on something. She was trying to do something to his, she didn't say it, but it was like to his body. And he said, when my father-in-law came to the apartment, she said so. That night that the husband died, and that they invited a nurse, that even when the father-in-law came to the apartment, she asked the nurse to go. Go and listen to that interview. So, which apartment was Wunmi trying to make reference to? I've been trying to. She said it is in that interview that when the
that interview was on, is it in channels or TVC or where?
I think it was with TVC. I think it was the one with TVC, the one with the lady. It was that TVC interview. Go and watch that TVC interview. It revealed.
I'm going there. I want to go to that.
That TVC interview revealed a lot. In fact, it was that same interview Wunmi slept again. She said, let me tell you what she said. She said, Mohbad passed on. In fact, the interviewer was flabbergasted. She was like unbelievable. She said, the interviewer asked her a question that what were the things that Mohbad wanted to do and all that. She said Mohbad wanted the brother to further his education, and that he even wanted, he wanted, those interviews can be used in the court of law because it is evidence in the public space. She should explain more. It doesn't mean it shows she was responsible for what happened to Mohbad, but it shows that she was covering events, and possibly as the closest person to Mohbad, she has facts that she is hiding. Wunmi said the mom, they wanted to stock the mom's shops, and which the mom, everybody knew this was an event. The mom also make references to that. They wanted to buy things into the shops on Monday. Wunmi said this on national TV, that they wanted to buy stuffs to stock Mama Mohbad's shops, but unfortunately, Mohbad passed on Tuesday. How? Why were you unable to stock? Because you had witnessed Monday. Why were you unable to stock the shops on Monday? Because Mohbad passed on Tuesday. We all agree that Monday should come before Tuesday. So why is Mohbad passing on Tuesday affected you doing what you were supposed to do on Monday? The interviewer opened her eyes wide, and it was unbelievable. It's there, you can go and watch it. So she had already confessed that there was an issue on Monday, which she was trying so hard. You know, you can't create event for this. Just 2 or 3 questions, you'll be thrown off balance. What didn't happen on a day, you can't create event for it. Especially when they ask you to give narrations and then you put events together. Also with AIT, Wunmi jumped. They said, what happened to Mohbad? She said they woke up like a family on Tuesday. She just jumped Monday. Nobody contacted Mohbad on Monday. Nobody talked to him on Monday. There was no event. He never posted anything on his social media. No engagement whatsoever. Everybody were trying to reach him on Monday, and nothing. Nobody was able to. And then 3 o'clock it passed on. With what I had yesterday, was it yesterday or day before yesterday, from Chairman's mouth, and I don't know why Chairman and what is her name? This lady that conducted protest in Abuja. I don't know why they are not coming out. They said Baba Mohbad confessed to them that he received call from Blessing on Monday, not Tuesday. Chairman said so. And I was also bothered why Chairman didn't confront Baba Mohbad in the public when it came to Super Vibes. When he had the opportunity.
I'm surprised, yes. God bless you for that.
You had it too.
Yes, now. I expected him to like, Baba, why are you lying? They said they just want to give you soft landing. Something that don't supposed to be soft landing. Just think about the map before you come out. You don't need to look at them. You said you go mad. We're lying in everybody's presence there. You understand that it's around 4 o'clock. You say, but in Abuja, this is what you told us now. Why are you saying all these things again? You understand? We'll see how Baba will react. Now the pet will pet the man. Now it's like you're like a child that you are growing, a child that is staying with you. I don't want to touch this child. You go see what that pikin go become tomorrow. It will shock you. That is what happened in Baba case. But you don't protect that man too much. He's not the only person that lost his son. I bet when you sick, mute.
I still don't want to believe that Chairman's assassin until he begins to give more light. And also, what is I am Yinka? And also I am Yinka. They need to start saying this so that we know what we are saying. Because that was the first time I'm hearing it, that Baba Mohbad admitted that Blessing actually called him on Monday, not Tuesday. They confessed to them, I am Yinka and Chairman. And if Mohbad passed on Monday and there are concrete evidence to show that it is enough that a crime was committed, it is enough that in that house a serious crime was committed and they can convict everybody that is involved. They can face trial and convict them accordingly. If it can be established that Monday is the day that Mohbad passed on instead of Tuesday. And we all expected that Baba Mohbad should help with it, but since he's also in the know, so how will he now? So he came to tell the public lies that it was on a ferry. The story, all those stories were just lies. It was all created and crafted. It took Baba Mohbad 5 hours. 5 hours after hearing the demise of Mohbad to get to Mohbad's house after crossing the water from Ikorodu, which is incredible. It's unbelievable. It took them 5 hours to get to Mohbad's house. 5 good hours. That is unbelievable. From Ikorodu.
Besides that, the truth of the matter is that these people, they did not know that this case will go like this. Let me tell you, like something happened like this, you were not even expecting this kind of thing, and you will not be looking for your first story. You say, they are not even going back to their first story.
You see the mistake the mistake they did. The mistake they did is to break Mohbad's neck. That is the mistake they all did.
They did not break any neck. In a normal team, I tell you, when they buy the coffee cup, but they very quick, but this for not come they worry press you. Oh yeah, they come buy the coffee cup, yeah, squeeze and put up, and wait, don't go. They just say, let me do that day when the boy died. Like that day that they were burying the guy. When I was streaming, I said, why are they rushing this guy like this? And sure, the guy commits one thing. We get what the guy do when they say they must run quick. And the question when I asked, the thing we say, they don't already give, they don't pay us. What we got to wait for now? What it don't go. Nothing will bring her back again. Let her make it they go. The key when the year one, I say they follow. Leave her make they go. Now what did they do? They don't bend any neck. Even when they squeeze her put that to show and say, come. You know, now when they fuck up, if you fuck up again, now like this you go take go. So you when you normal, may your brain tell you something. You understand? Okay, now they did all those tests. Which one confirm? You see, like if you go here and say, okay, when you go check there, they know they do. They'll say, where the paper when you get from so person who authorized you to come and check this place. Many questions. You understand? If now like now inside that your parents say just that where the motion they put Mohbad.
Sorry.
You go see what they go ask you.
Insider.
Who do deal with it?
Insider.
Just because of.
Insider, I want you to listen to this part, then I will forward it to you. Listen.
Okay, I was not really. But I was cooking before. If I had to go to the kitchen to get all the food I was cooking, I went upstairs. So I think it was around yes, the nurse was about to give me the injection when I entered. So immediately I entered, I was like, well, telling the nurse to remove it, it's informal. They told the nurse to remove it, like, want to pee, and they want to vomit. So I held the hand to the restroom, the vomited, he peed. When I come up from the restroom, he just fell down. The first thing hard to continue, I needed water. So I had to call on a Nigerian family, like that she fought. So before I got to get some water, I want to pour in water. So I got water, poured water, and I was still not feeling comfortable. He said it is against me, it's fine, like it's hot.
Now, the nurse did not see Adura.
Yes, in her testimony, she never saw Adura.
So, Wumi is bringing Adura to the nurse face now.
You can see the discrepancy in it.
This is where they are jokes.
You can see the way you play that part again.
Yeah, let me
Yes, my dear.
One thing I noticed about Wumi is this year. Anytime any member of that family wants to take themselves out, she brings them back right in again. That's what
I'm telling you.
That's what I said. That he did that he wasn't. He didn't sleep in the house. That he didn't sleep in the house that night. Wumi brought him back straight up.
Inside that, you have to play it again so that you listen to how the is bringing the okay.
Not to me.
Yeah.
Not to me. Before you play it again, this way you will know that what happened, they all know. Everybody just looking for story. But the story that they did not plan this story well because there was no time. You understand? This thing happened on Monday. I see on Tuesday. This senator, everybody just came in. People just say,
even though there is time, you see, you cannot cover a crime forever. It's not possible.
No, we know. I'm just trying to tell you. We know. But you see, let me tell you something there. They have, because it's a celebrity. If it's not a celebrity, let me tell you, the people will just sit down and let's plan this today throughout. They try their best, but you see, they don't work. The thing just a fly. And the boy carrying
natural. If they limited their story to the nurse, not involving.
Yes. Amém.